Hi folks, welcome to Wednesday's Coffee Coca-Cola with Jesus. Why don't people believe? I think we've talked about the witnesses, and Jesus, just to remind you again, he said these four witnesses, that is John the Baptist, his works, the Father, and the Scriptures. And then he said, you won't believe the Scriptures, you refuse to come to me. And now he gives some reasons, and I think these reasons apply not just to the Pharisees, but to many people. And maybe you're watching this and it applies to you, or maybe it applies to people whom you know and love, and you need to kind of try and understand this. I mean, if you've never wrestled with it, I certainly have. So let's read John 5, verse 41 and 42. I do not accept glory from human beings, but I know you. I know that you do not have the love of God in your hearts. That is an incredible statement to make to the Pharisees who claim that they're acting on behalf of God. And is it not the case that very often you'll get religious people who claim that they're doing things on God's behalf, but they don't have the love of God in their own hearts? Well, what do they love? They love their own opinions, glory from human beings, over in chapter 12 and verse 43. Let me just read that to you. 12:43, what does it say? Yeah, fascinating. Many, even among the leaders, believed in him, but because of the Pharisees, they would not openly acknowledge their faith, for fear they would be put out of the synagogue, for they loved human praise more than praise from God. So even there, you've got people who believe in Jesus, but love praise of human beings more than love of God. Jesus doesn't accept doesn't accept human glory. So he's really saying, I don't care what your opinion of me is. That's not the issue. But you love other people's opinion. Isn't that a real problem in the church? Isn't that I sometimes puzzle as to why some Christian speakers and preachers keep silent about certain subjects. And I think because they don't want to be the people who are rejected at the dinner parties or in their class of society or amongst the media. They don't want to be thought of as weird or right-wing or left-wing or whatever it is. And they're afraid of other people, and they desire praise from other people. And that can be a big stumbling block to coming to Christ. That can be a main reason why people do not believe. What will my friends think? What will my family think? This is going to be a really difficult thing to do. What will my mates think? I've come across that so many times. But Jesus, he just identifies, doesn't he? He identifies that they don't have the love of God, and he identifies that they're more concerned about human praise. Well, only God can change that heart, and if that's you, I pray he'll change your heart. And if you're burdened for friends and family, please pray that the love of God would be shed abroad in their hearts. That's what we're looking at our Romans Road on Sunday evening. But it's the only thing that's really necessary and vital and important. All right, God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye.